Hi YouTube, it's part two. I seem to have overstayed my my visit on the last video, and it decided to cut off on me. So real quick, and then I'll end the video. Is the lasagna that I make is the just a regular lasagna recipe, except I did ground turkey instead of ground beef, and I used wonton wrappers or egg roll wrappers. It's the same thing, they'll just come in different sizes. And you can find those in the produce section, um, where there's like in like our grocery store here. There's a produce in the produce section. There's like an area with all kinds of different Oriental type vegetables where you can make your own spring rolls and egg rolls and things like that. So it would be in the produce section. Most places have it. I heard they have them at Walmart. So most places have them, even if you can't find them at your regular grocery store. Check out Walmart. And they come in handy. They're really, really thin. It's just an egg roll wrapper, so it's very, very thin. So it makes it easier for you to eat the things you like that are full of flavor without having the big doughy crust. I make mini pizzas with them. But anyhow, back to the lasagna. So instead of the noodles, I would lay down a layer of the wonton noodles, and it tastes like pasta, except it's just really thin, so you can actually enjoy a small piece of the lasagna without filling up on the noodles really quick. So that's just my little tidbit. I don't know if I've shared that in past videos or not, but um, I mean, other than that, I'm doing great. I'm loving life, and um, you come into these moments where you're like, you forget that you just lost 57 pounds. And so when you see the scale stand still or only drop a pound, you can get discouraged sometimes. So I have to remind myself, and I take pictures of myself all the time, mainly to track my progress so that I can go back and look and see, okay, how am I actually doing? And that seems to really help me. So if I can figure out how to do it on YouTube, I will actually um, include a copy of my most recent comparison picture, which will show you where I was at last May when I wanted to go on the rides at the amusement park and I was too big. And then I also have a picture from, I think, Christmas time, and I think last week. It's just a little collage that I put together, kind of show you my progress. And I do that for myself mainly, because there's moments where your mind really plays tricks on you, and you forget that you're actually losing weight and you're making progress. And so I have to force myself to go back and look at the pictures. And every time I feel like that, I say, okay, it's time to take a new picture and compare it to the last one. And usually, even just comparing where I'm at today with the last picture, which sometimes is only a week or two apart, you can still see slight differences. And I've noticed that the shape of my face changes a lot, which I don't really fully understand. It's almost like the fat moves. Like some days my face looks very thin, and some days it looks more round. Like today, as I'm looking at myself, I feel like my face is super round. I do feel like it's super round. Um, I can see I'm doing a selfie mode on the camera so I can see myself as I'm talking. So, um, yeah, so that's that. I know that I'm making progress, but you gotta remind every once in a while, you gotta like clear out the lies that are in your head that tell you that you're not making progress and you should just fail and give up. And just keep on plugging away, because even if you only see a pound, or even if you see no pound change but you're not gaining, you are still doing better than you were before. And so I have to remind myself of that sometimes. So I hope that if you're watching this video that you have found some piece of information that you will cherish as a nugget that you can keep with you. Um, and I ask that if you are enjoying my